My name's Toby de Berg. I'm a consultant in the nuclear industry. I work predominantly on the safety side, but also in engineering. I'm also part of a production company in Exeter called Cineon Productions. One of the things that struck me over the years is that a lot of training doesn't have a particular scientific basis or seemingly isn't based on evidence. I've been driven to create training content that is based upon contemporary research. I approached the university as I was interested in the human performance research they were undertaking and whether or not this could be incorporated into training programs.
My interest in the performance and the learning of skills started in sport. So I was a sports psychologist interested in how athletes learn skills and why athletes perform well under pressure. And that's translated now into other high-risk and safety-critical industries like aviation and medicine and the nuclear industry, where once again people need to learn skills and then perform them in high-risk situations, life or death situations. My collaboration with Cineon started through funding from the ESRC, the Economic and Social Research Council. And we initially got funding to start a collaboration between the research group at the University of Exeter and Cineon Productions. And we ran a seminar in which we invited individuals from lots of different high-risk industries to come along and to experience the tools that we were creating to use for simulation training.
We formalised our relationship with the university and the collaboration is going forward as a limited company called Cineon Training. Since this time we have been winning contracts in petrochemical, nuclear, with the UK government and in education, which is fantastic.
So at Cineon Training what we do is we develop high fidelity simulations so that people can practice skills in a safe and effective way. There's a real need in the world of performance psychology to develop better simulation training, to develop new techniques for actually monitoring how trainees are doing. So we use things like eye tracking technology, we measure cardiovascular variables that actually tell us how well the trainee is performing and give us an indication as to whether that trainee needs different training or more training or better training.
Some examples of work we've undertaken recently include working with a hazard identification training company, digitising a physical training simulation mock-up that they have and creating a virtual head-mounted training tool from it that is entirely portable. We've also done some work with the nuclear industry, creating a virtual reality training tool of a piece of equipment that doesn't exist yet. This enables operators to explore and become familiar with the equipment's use, identify any potential operability and ergonomic issues, and essentially become suitably qualified and experienced in its operation prior to it being installed.
The projects that we've run so far have been really successful and we've worked with a lot of interesting customers and we're really hopeful that we can develop simulations that are going to make a difference in those industries and help to train people to be better at what they do.